Two things are infinite, the universe and human stupidity. And I'm not sure about the universe. The universe is an unlimited concept, far beyond human comprehension. But there is something that might be even more infinite than the universe: the ignorance of mankind. The frightening thing is not that people do not know, but that they believe they already know enough. Ignorance is not just a lack of knowledge. It is the refusal to accept new knowledge, the stubbornness to cling to existing beliefs without being willing to reconsider them. When a person stops learning, they not only limit themselves, but also contribute to the regression of society as a whole. The most dangerous thing about ignorance is not the mere absence of knowledge, but the complacency with one's current understanding, the refusal to change, and the rejection of new ideas. When someone believes they have understood everything, they lose the motivation to ask questions or seek answers. This very mindset makes them a victim of their own narrow thinking. Once the mind is confined, progress is also obstructed. Human history has proven that the greatest mistakes always stem from ignorance and stubbornness. Senseless wars, disastrous political decisions, outdated ideological systems, all arise from people's unwillingness to accept that they might be wrong. A developed society is not one that never makes mistakes, but one that is always ready to correct and learn from them. Only when people acknowledge that knowledge is a continuous process can they move forward and improve the world around them. However, ignorance does not only exist at the individual or societal level, but also influences decisions with long-term consequences. When people allow their lack of understanding to dictate their actions, they can cause unforeseeable damage. A leader with a narrow mindset can drive an entire nation into decline. An education system that discourages critical thinking can produce generations of people incapable of independent thought. A community controlled by false beliefs can lose opportunities for progress and growth. The difference between a wise person and an ignorant one does not lie in the amount of knowledge they possess, but in their attitude toward knowledge. A wise person is never complacent with what they know. They always ask questions, seek new perspectives, and are willing to adjust their views when presented with new evidence. Meanwhile, an ignorant person does not question, does not explore further, and always believes they already know everything. This very attitude is the greatest barrier preventing human advancement. Take a moment to reflect. Are you truly seeking knowledge, or are you merely reinforcing what you already believe? Are you willing to question your own perspectives, or are you blindly defending them? Your growth does not depend on circumstances, but on how you approach the world. Only when we are humble enough to acknowledge that our intellect can always expand, can we truly move forward. If the universe is infinite, then human learning must also be infinite. That is the only way to surpass our own limitations. Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Life is a continuous flow, where each passing day carries valuable lessons. There are moments when we regret what happened in the past, times when we worry about an uncertain future. But the most important thing is how we fully embrace the present. The past, present, and future do not exist separately. They are closely linked, influencing each other and shaping every individual's journey. To make the most of this journey, we must learn from yesterday, cherish today, and never stop hoping for tomorrow. The lessons from the past are the most crucial foundation for our growth. Every mistake we have made is not just a wound, but also an opportunity to understand ourselves better, to correct, and to evolve. If we do not learn from what has happened, we will repeat the same mistakes, getting stuck in a cycle of past failures without ever moving forward. Looking back at the past is not about regret, but about drawing experiences, appreciating what is past, and using it as a tool to propel us further. However, being consumed by the past is dangerous because life is truly happening here and now. We cannot change what has already happened, but we can decide how we live in the present. That is why focusing on the present is the most important thing. Enjoy every moment. Live fully with what you have, because tomorrow is never guaranteed. What you do today will determine who you become in the future. When you choose to live completely, without being haunted by the past, or overwhelmed by the future, you truly take control of your life. And finally, we must never lose hope for tomorrow. If we live only for today without faith in the future, we will easily lose our direction. Hope is the light that illuminates the path ahead, the motivation that keeps us going when things get tough. It doesn't matter how bad yesterday was or how hard today may seem. If you hold on to hope, you will always find a way forward. Hope is not mere wishful thinking. It is the belief that each new day brings an opportunity to change, to grow, and to create a better life. But most importantly, never stop questioning. Because only when we ask questions can we expand our awareness, break through our own limitations, and discover new truths. Questions drive progress. They are the most powerful tool for exploring both the world and ourselves. Successful people are not those who have all the answers, but those who never stop searching. They always ask questions, remain curious about the unknown, challenge existing beliefs, and open new doors. Ask yourself, are you learning from the past? Are you fully living in the present? Are you holding on to hope for tomorrow? And most importantly, are you constantly questioning to push your own boundaries? Don't let life pass by meaninglessly. Turn every moment into a lesson, an experience, and a step forward. Only by doing this can you truly take control of your destiny. A person who never made a mistake never tried anything new. In every person's journey, mistakes are not something to be avoided, but an essential part of growth. Some people crave success, yet fear failure, choosing the safest path, staying within their comfort zones, and avoiding all risks. But the truth is, if you have never made a mistake, it simply means you have never dared to challenge yourself, never pushed beyond your limits to reach something new. People are often obsessed with perfection, afraid of being judged for their mistakes. But if we look at the greatest achievements in history, we will see that no success has ever come without countless experiments, failures, and lessons learned from those mistakes. The most significant breakthroughs in science, technology, and art were built upon failed attempts because those failures opened doors to discoveries that had never been known before. Mistakes are not the end. They are a bridge to knowledge and success. When a child learns to walk, they will fall many times before they can stand steadily. But each fall does not mean failure. It is proof that they are learning, gaining experience, and gradually perfecting their skills. The same applies to adults. If we do not dare to step outside our comfort zones, we will remain stagnant, never progressing any further. In reality, those with an open mindset toward mistakes are often the ones who go the furthest. They do not see failure as something to fear, but as a tool for learning, adjusting, and growing. They understand that every mistake is a valuable lesson that helps them recognize weaknesses, experiment with new approaches, and refine themselves step by step. Conversely, those who fear making mistakes often fall into stagnation because they refuse to take risks and challenge themselves. Great inventors like Thomas Edison had to experiment thousands of times before discovering the formula for the incandescent light bulb. Successful entrepreneurs failed before building their empires. Artists, scientists, and great leaders, all of them share one common trait. They do not fear mistakes. They understand that failure is merely a part of the journey to success, that every setback is an opportunity to reflect, learn, and continue their pursuit. No one is born perfect, and no one achieves success on the first attempt. Mistakes shape us, making us stronger and more resilient. If you fear mistakes, you will never move forward. But if you embrace them as an indispensable part of learning, you will realize that every failure is a step closer to success. Each day is an opportunity to challenge yourself, to explore new things, and to accept that mistakes are a natural part of progress. Ask yourself, are you daring to challenge yourself? Are you learning from your mistakes to improve every day? If your answer is no, perhaps it is time to change your perspective on failure. Because only when we dare to try and dare to stumble can we achieve something truly great in life. And when you look back, you will realize that the things you once feared no longer seem so terrifying. They have become the most valuable lessons of your life. The only source of knowledge is experience. In life, no book can teach us better than the experiences we have gone through. Knowledge does not come solely from pages or theoretical lessons, but is truly forged through what we directly experience, the mistakes we make, and the lessons we learn for ourselves. A knowledgeable person is not the one who reads the most, but the one who dares to try, dares to fail, and dares to learn from their own journey. No experience is meaningless, and no lesson is truly understood if it remains only in theory. We may learn something from the words of others, but if we do not experience it ourselves, we will never fully grasp its true meaning. A person may read hundreds of books about swimming and understand all the techniques, but if they have never jumped into the water, they will never truly know what swimming feels like. Knowledge only has value when it is applied in reality, when it becomes part of our life experience. True understanding does not come from what is taught, but from what we discover and go through ourselves. One of the biggest mistakes people often make is thinking they can acquire knowledge without experience. But in reality, no one can fully understand an issue unless they have faced it. Great individuals do not become outstanding merely by learning theories. They have gone through countless challenges and failures, and it is those setbacks that have helped them grow. Only when we directly immerse ourselves in a field can we truly appreciate the real value of the lessons life has to offer. Think about the moments in your life when you learned something important. Was it from a book or from your real-life experiences? The most valuable lessons often come from the moments when we are forced to confront reality, when we have to make decisions and take responsibility for their consequences. It is through failures, through unsuccessful attempts, that we come to understand the true nature of success. In modern society, too many people are afraid of making mistakes, afraid of stepping out of their comfort zones because they worry about failure. But that fear is precisely what prevents them from learning and keeps them trapped within the limits they set for themselves. Wisdom does not come from avoiding mistakes, but from learning from each fall. Successful people are not those who have never failed, but those who know how to stand up and keep going after every setback. So the question is, are you truly learning from your experiences, or are you just passively absorbing information without daring to apply it in real life? If you want to grow, if you want to truly understand something deeply, you must experience it. Be brave enough to try, and do not be afraid of making mistakes, because it is those very experiences that will form the most solid source of knowledge, the most valuable asset that no book can ever give you. Life is a series of experiences, and each of us is on a journey to discover our true meaning and value. But the most important thing is not where we start, but how we walk the path. Our choices, thoughts, and attitudes are the factors that determine our future. Some people are born into difficult circumstances, yet achieve remarkable success, while others have an advantageous starting point but fail to go far. The difference is not in what we have, but in how we perceive and respond to life. Failure and mistakes are not to be feared. What is truly frightening is not daring to face and learn from them. Success does not come to those who avoid challenges, but to those who take risks, who fall, and who persist in standing up again. If, whenever faced with difficulties, we only complain or give up, we will always be held back by the limitations we impose on ourselves. But if we see these challenges as opportunities to learn and grow, then every failure becomes a stepping stone bringing us closer to success. Great individuals are not those who have never failed, but those who have continually strived to overcome failure. They do not see life as a series of problems to be solved, but as an endless journey of learning and discovery. They understand that true knowledge does not come from theory, but from experience, from what they have done, felt, and struggled through. It is real-world experience that holds the most valuable knowledge, because it not only brings understanding, but also shapes people, helping them grow stronger and wiser. There is one important truth we must understand. The world does not change because of those who sit still and wait, but because of those who take action. Those who are brave enough to step out of their comfort zones, to embrace new things, to continuously create and innovate. These are the people who make a difference. You can choose to live a safe, risk-free life, but you will also miss countless opportunities to discover yourself and the world around you. On the other hand, if you are willing to face challenges, you will find the true meaning of life and reach incredible heights you never thought possible. As Winston Churchill once said, "Success is the ability to go from one failure to another without losing enthusiasm." Life is not a straight path to glory, but a series of obstacles we must overcome. No one can avoid falling at times, but what truly matters is whether you have the courage to stand up and keep moving forward. Only those who maintain their spirit, continuously learn, and refine themselves can conquer the highest peaks. Steve Jobs also once said, "The ones who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do." This world belongs to those who dare to dream and take action to turn those dreams into reality. If you have an idea, a passion, or a desire to make a change, do not let anyone or anything stop you. Believe in yourself. Believe in the journey you are on. If you are not good enough yet, then learn. If you are not strong enough yet, then train yourself. The most important thing is never to give up, never to let fear control your life. Now, ask yourself, are you truly living a meaningful life? Are you making the most of every opportunity to grow and improve yourself? If the answer is no, then today is the time to start making a change. Embrace challenges. Never stop learning from experiences. And most importantly, always maintain a positive mindset and be ready for any opportunity. Because life does not wait for anyone, and only you can decide your own path. This world is vast and full of things to explore. Do not let yourself be trapped by the limits set by society or by yourself. Take action, make a difference, and live a life where, when you look back, you can proudly say that you have truly lived to the fullest. Do not be just an observer. Be the one who drives change. Be the one who leaves a mark on this world.